Hello guys, welcome back to my another After Effects tutorial. In this After Effects tutorial, we are going to create this. Here you can see, I have imported the files required for this project. You can download them from the link given in the description. Now let's start with creating our logo animation. Create a new composition. Name it as Logo Reflection. Set time duration to 10 seconds. And remaining everything will be same. To this composition, we will first add our logo. Add logo to timeline. You can scale your logo if needed. Here I will scale my logo. Pre-compose the logo layer, name it as logo. Perfect. Now let's add reflection map image to timeline. For reflection map image, in Effects and Preset, search for Offset. Add it to Reflection Map. At start of the timeline. Create keyframe for Shift Center, now at end of the timeline. Change X position value as shown. You can see the preview. Perfect. Now let's pre-compose this layer. Name it as Reflection Map. Select Move Attribute to New Composition. Now let's create duplicate of this logo composition. Place it above Reflection Map composition. For Reflection Map, change Track Matte to Alpha Matte Logo. For Reflection Map, in Effects and Preset, search for CC Glass. Add it to Reflection Composition. For CC Glass, in Surface, change Bump Map to Logo. Displacement to 300. Softness to 30. In Effects and Preset, search for CC Blobblize. Add it to Reflection Composition. For Blobblize, in Blobiness, change Blob Layer to Logo. Change Cutaway to 2. For Reflection Map, change Mode to Add. For Reflection Composition, press T to bring up opacity. At 2 seconds, create keyframe for opacity, change opacity to 0%. At 4 seconds, change opacity to 50%. At 5 seconds, create keyframe for opacity. At 6 seconds, change opacity to 0%. Now select created keyframes. Change Keyframe Assistant to Easy Ease. Perfect. Here our glossy logo part is created. Now let's create the sketch part. Create a new composition. Name it as Sketch Logo. Here we will add the logo reflection composition to timeline. Now let's create a new solid layer. Name it as Sketch. For this solid sketch layer, we need to create mask hiding the logo. Select the rectangle tool, create mask as shown. Now in Effects and Preset, search for Scribble. Add it to solid sketch layer. Here we will change angle to 30 degrees. Stroke width to 1.5. Now in stroke option, set curviness to 3, spacing to 3, spacing variation to 6. Change wiggle per second to 0. Now make sure you are at start. Create keyframe for end. Change it to 0%. Now at 5 seconds, change it to 100%. You can see the preview. For sketch layer, press U to view created keyframes, select keyframes. Change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now for logo reflection composition. Change track matte to Luma Matte Sketch. You can see the preview. Perfect. Here our sketch part is created. Now let's create a new composition. Name it as Logo Crack. Now let's add the logo reflection composition to timeline. Change it to 3D. Press R to bring up rotation. Add 1 second and 15 frames. Create keyframe for Z rotation, Y rotation. Now at start, change Z rotation value to 120 degrees. For Y rotation, change it to -35 degrees. You can see the preview. Here you are free to change the Y rotation value if needed. Now press P to bring up position. Add 1 second and 15 frames, create keyframe for position. Now at start, decrease position value for Z-axis as shown. Perfect. Here you can also adjust the position value for X and Y. Now press U to view created keyframes. Select all keyframes. Change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now adjust the speed graph as shown. Perfect. Now for this logo reflection, we need to create mask layer. Select pen tool. Now create mask as shown. Now we will create duplicate of this composition. Press Ctrl+D to create duplicate. For this duplicate layer we will move the mask at different position. Perfect. Now again create duplicate. Adjust the mask position. Similarly, we will create multiple duplicates and adjust the mask position, in such a way that our complete logo is visible. Perfect. For above logo reflection composition, delete the mask layer. Now press T to bring up opacity. At 2 seconds and 10 frames, create keyframe for opacity. Change opacity to 0%. At 2 seconds and 25 frames, change opacity to 100%. Select created keyframe, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now here we will place each composition at distance of 3 to 4 frames. You can see the preview. Perfect. To create some random effects for each logo reflection composition. Here you can adjust the rotation value. You can also adjust the position value. Perfect. Now let's create our final composition. Name it as logo animation. Now let's create a new solid layer. This will be our background. Here I will add fill. Here you can set background color of your choice. Here if you want to create gradient background, then add gradient ramp. Now add logo reflection composition to timeline. For this composition, in Effects and Preset, search for Vegas. Add it to the logo composition. For Vegas, in Image Contours, change layer size to Stretch to Fit. Change channel to Alpha. Change segments to 4. At Start, create keyframe for length, change length to 0. Add 1 second. Change length to 1. Press U to view created keyframes. Select keyframes. Change keyframe assistant to Easy Ease. Slightly adjust the speed graph as shown. Set color to black. Or you can set color of your choice. Change blend mode to transparent. Set width to 4. Set end opacity to 1. Perfect. Now let's create duplicate of this composition. For duplicate, in Vegas, change segment to bunched. Now scale it to 85%. Place it at distance of 10 frames from start. Now at 3 seconds, we will create keyframe for opacity for both compositions. Go 1 second and 15 frames forward. Change opacity to 0%. Select all keyframes, change keyframe assistant to Easy Ease. Now add logo sketch composition to timeline. You can see the preview. For sketch logo, press T to bring up opacity, at 3 seconds. Create keyframe for opacity, at 4 seconds and 15 frames. Change opacity to 0%. Now select created keyframes, change keyframe assistant to Easy Ease. Now let's add the logo crack composition to timeline. For this composition, press S to bring up scale. At 7 seconds, create keyframe for scale. At 8 seconds, change scale to 75%. Now select created keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. Now change all composition to 3D. Let's create a new camera layer. Now create a new null object. Change it to 3D. Again create null object. Change it to 3D. For camera, parent it to null1. Parent null1 to null2. For null2, press R to bring up rotation. At 7 seconds, create keyframe for Z rotation, Y rotation, and X rotation. Now at 2 seconds, change Z rotation to -10 degrees. Change Y rotation to 30 degrees. Change X rotation to 50 degrees. Now at start, change Y rotation value to -20 degrees. Now select all keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now adjust the speed graph as shown. Perfect. For null1, press P to bring up position. At 7 seconds, create keyframe for position. At 2 seconds, change position value as shown. Position it in such a way that the logo is at center. Perfect. Now at start of the timeline, here you are free to set any position for your animation. Change this position value for X, Y and Z. It will give you a different style of opening animation. Or you can set it to 0, 0, to get zoom in effect. Now select all keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Now adjust the speed graph as shown. Now add Flare 1 and Flare 2 media file to timeline. For both flare, change mode to screen. Perfect. Now create a new solid layer. Name it as frame. Add fill. Set fill color to black. Double-click on the rectangle tool to create mask for solid frame. Change mask path, change unit to % of source. top to 10%. Bottom to 90%. Select inverted. Perfect. Here we need to place this logo crack composition at 1 second and 20 frames. Now let's see the preview. Here our 3D glossy sketch logo reveal is created. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then make sure to like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.